Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. My goal is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, and also gain real wealth in the process. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently trading at 48,648, up 2.67%. Ethereum 3530, up 2.59%. I'd like to just alert the community to some scammers that are getting very sophisticated, but they've been at this for quite a while. I'll give you some steps of how to identify scammers and how not to get caught in their web of deceit and lies. It's so unfortunate people do these things. Everybody has a choice as to how they make their money and what they do with their time. Just a quick note to the scammers that inhabit our channel and our community. There is a much better path for you. You don't have to go down this path. The money that you take from people, those people cannot afford to lose that money. Never think that the people that you take from can afford it. They are just like you. They cannot afford it. They have bills to pay, families that love them. Please pick another profession. I was alerted by a community member to this particular email that was sent to them from kencryptotradingks@gmail.com. I have no such account, and also I will not email people. The most important thing to note here, our channel is Crypto Trading KS, not Ken Trading KS. This scammer is very sophisticated. He or she has tried to emulate my style of writing. Some really nice words in here. Obviously, this is an intelligent person. I will not reach out to you and say, I have some fantastic technique. Just email me back. I won't do things like that. It's just not my style. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me anytime on Twitter at Ken Stanfield. You can see at Stanfield Ken, 2 Ds. Please just be aware, these scammers are always wanting money. You just can listen to anyone, but please keep your hands in your pockets. Don't fall for them. A lot of scammers do messages like this. You may look at something with these unusual characters like pinned by Crypto Trading KS. You can see when I'm actually responding to you. I have a highlight and it's Crypto Trading KS. These people that use really weird characters, they're scammers. That's all there is to it. If people need to use funny characters in their messages, there's a 99% chance that they want your money and they're not going to give you anything in return, just heartache. Another thing, I'm a very private person. I don't give out my phone numbers or anything like that, and I do not have WhatsApp. If you see a phone number, disregard it. It's not from me. And WhatsApp, I don't even use it. If people seek to rip off channel owners, and they do it everywhere. Our channel's just a really small channel. I can't believe what some of the trauma the larger channels go through. It must be really severe. There's so many scammers out there, and I know we have our own dedicated scammers on our channel. I just like to say to the very dedicated channel scammers, please pick a different profession. You can do so many things. You don't need to be involved in this industry. From a karma perspective, it's going to bite you. We've got nearly 11,000 subscribers now, but back when we had 8.7 thousand subscribers, this fake account was doing what they were doing. Please be aware, I will not do this. I will not reach out to you by email unless I make it known, and I will make it known through the video, and there's all sorts of things that I can do. If you're ever in any doubt, please make sure that you just reach out and say, Ken, is this from you? The other thing to note, When scammers contact you, they want you to contact them. Just don't contact them. And they also want you to give them money. That's the critical thing. I don't want you to give me money, and I will not ask over an email. I don't do things like this. Crypto scammers are absolutely everywhere. They're in it. They're scamming because it's paying off. They take advantage of people. But yes, they get prison sentences. To all the scammers, the crypto scammers, seriously, you're going to end up on the wrong side of this. It's just a matter of time until you're caught. Man sentenced to 7 years in prison for $50 million crypto fraud scam. Another thing that I need to alert the community to, I would absolutely recommend that you stay inside the top 100 cryptos. So many of these small cryptos are actually scam tokens. If you go into CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and you look at the top 100 coins, these are pretty safe to get involved with. They've gone through a fairly rigorous process of selection. The community has picked them. I think it's really important to be aware that the further down the list you go, the more likelihood you have of literally losing all your money. You can make really incredible gains as well. Don't get me wrong, there are some very legitimate projects, but please be aware there's an enormous risk of going too deep into unknown territory. If you go across to CoinMarketCap, you'll see there's nearly 12,000 cryptos out there, and people can get a look at stuff like this and say, wow, these cryptos are making so much money. Oh, I have to get in there. Please, if you're going for the really small, off the radar ones, you need to do a lot of due diligence. But the other thing, just be prepared to lose all your money. If you're prepared to lose every cent that you put into these off the radar cryptos, it's okay, it's fine, you know the risk. But if you're trying to pay the rent or your mortgage or groceries, please don't go anywhere near these things. They're just a nightmare. I'm not saying these particular tokens, I'm just saying when things are off the radar, they can be very, very problematic. Have a look at this. AVAX has made 43% in the past 7 days. REN 98 has made 42%. Curve 88 has made 30%. You don't have to go far to do really well. It's better than bank interest, that's for sure. And in terms of the stock market, the gains are astronomical in crypto. You don't have to go too far outside the top 100 unless you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter where you go, you know what you're doing. Literally, you could just take Bitcoin and you could do very, very well. Bitcoin is improving in value all the time. It's a rock solid investment. Just please bear in mind that you don't need to get 20x, 30x, 1000x. That's what people think when they're new to the crypto market. You just need to be consistently profitable and you'll turn your life around. So many businesses just literally make a 2% margin on their sales and they do incredibly well. Just keep that in mind. Just having a look at Bitcoin itself, Fidelity Investments predicts that Bitcoin will be around $1 million per Bitcoin by 2026 and onwards, and 10 million per Bitcoin 2030 onwards. If you look at the current price now, it's under 50,000. It's interesting, this model from 2014, when the price of Bitcoin was approximately $500, they were predicting by 2021 Bitcoin would be $100,000. Just think about that. It was $500. They were predicting $100,000, and we're on track for that and more. The current price, $48,000. Just think about that. That's unbelievable. You don't need to take undue risk in the crypto market to do incredibly well and have life-changing wealth. Please don't worry about chasing such big returns. by taking on risk that is too far outside the risk curve. What I mean by that is Bitcoin is a proven technology. Some of these very new alts could actually be shams. There's a lot of evidence in the market of sham coins. That's why so many people are getting burnt, and the government is having to come in and do something about it. The scammers are just running rife. So when you consider something so boring as Bitcoin in the crypto market has done incredibly well, if you had these kind of gains, they're life-changing gains. Please manage your risk, and more importantly, make sure that you don't go too far outside the top 100 or absolute maximum top 200 until you really know what you're doing. And knowing what you're doing and being able to lose the money that you put in as well. Very few people can afford that. Okay, that's enough said on that. I just really want to protect you. There's so many scammers out there, and they're very sophisticated, obviously highly intelligent people. Unfortunately, they're not using that intelligence for good. They're using it to harm others. Not a good thing to do from a karma perspective. Turning to the KS model, a crypto technical trading model based on institutional price psychology, we can see Bitcoin has cleared this resistance. The next major resistance, it's cleared resistance at around 47,500. The next major resistance is about 52,000. When it gets over around 53,000, there's no more resistance. It's time to party. And you can also see that the relative strength is coming into the market. That's supporting upward price momentum. I'd like to help build your pattern recognition skills. Pattern recognition is a very powerful thing in life, and especially in investing and trading. Rule 109, enhance pattern recognition. This is a really key rule. What we're going to do here is look at the top 8. So we have on the 2-hour chart, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, Binance Coin, XRP, Doge, DOT, and Sol. So let's have a look at how we can actually analyze this pattern. What does this pattern tell you on Bitcoin? What does it say? If you draw a line in here, what it's telling you is that Bitcoin has overcome resistance. When something is under resistance, it's like resistance is a roof. Price can't get above. It tries, it fails, it tries, it fails, it tries, it fails, it tries. Oh, it succeeded, it got above, and it tends to shoot through. Now, maybe not all at once. It can sometimes consolidate. What about Ethereum? What do you see there? If you drew a line down here, what could it look like? And there are a number of ways of drawing the line. You don't have to do it exactly like I do it. You can do it any way you wish, realistically. Just think about it. You're an artist. But what do we see here? We see that resistance has now turned into support. Ethereum is above support. What does that mean? The price pressure is to the upside, not the downside. What do we see when we look at Cardano? What do you see there? This is a really interesting one. Cardano is a little bit messy in terms of its peaks, but probably this is quite a nice tight resistance line. What are we seeing here? Price came down, tried to break through, did but was rejected. Fell under, tried to get through, fell under, tried to get through. It's like it's trying to push through this wall of resistance. The sellers are selling down, selling down, selling down. What happened here? Price came up. Now, why did price come up? This is really important for your professional development inside the markets. The answer is Rule 45. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Bitcoin literally has a gravity. It moves the crypto market in a directional biased kind of way. If Bitcoin goes up, 99% of cryptos will go up with it. If it comes down, 99% of cryptos will come down with it. Not all, but basically just about all. So what do we see here with ADA, Cardano? We can see Bitcoin came up. You can, just a pro tip for you, as soon as Bitcoin gets above a resistance, you know that the other coins are about to follow. Look at the follow through with Solana. Look at that. Bitcoin broke its resistance, turned it to support, shot through. That's a really, really big move. What does Solana do? When Bitcoin broke through, Solana broke through. It's fantastic to see these things. You can see them playing out literally in almost real time, down to the second. Let's have a look at Binance Coin, BNB. There's a couple of ways to draw this particular line. Let's say it's around there. This is just a tight resistance line. What we're seeing, yes, same thing, but notice the difference in strength. When we have Bitcoin breaking out very strongly and Solana reflecting Bitcoin's breakout, we can say that these two are paired to each other. What's happening with Binance Coin? Do you notice Binance Coin is just sort of eking above, it's just peaking above that. It doesn't have the same strength. Cardano has more strength. What's ETH doing? ETH has like around the same sort of strength as Binance Coin. Now let's have a look at XRP. What are we seeing with XRP? If we draw a tight resistance line, price trying to get above. Oh, it made it. It's above. Now it's consolidating. Oh, hang on a tick. What's happening over here? Oh, isn't that interesting? We've got this consolidation in Bitcoin and consolidation everywhere else. This is really important to understand. There's a definite relationship between what Bitcoin does and what the entire crypto market does. Now, let's have a look at Doge. What's Doge doing? It's had a hump here. Go Doge. There's a number of things that we can do here. We can see this hump is sort of adverse to normal price action, but we can just include it. It came up sharply and it reversed sharply. We can see, for example, around here was when Bitcoin was breaking out. You can notice this up and down line, this vertical line. Look across to here, Bitcoin, keep your eye there. I'll go across to Doge. You see, Bitcoin was just breaking out here and then Doge took off on this uptick. It's good. This is why I do the 8 charts for you. I want you to see all the patterns. These patterns, I've noticed a lot of influencers hide the patterns. I don't know why they do it, but I don't like doing it. Okay, let's have a look at DOT. What are we seeing here? Look at this interesting hump. Wasn't that the same time, around the same time as Doge's hump? Look at that. That's the tail down on DOT. Look at Doge's coin. Look at over here. So this is on DOT. Coming down, peaking, starting. Very interesting, isn't it? It's just intriguing. What about XRP? Did that have a hump? Oh, yeah, it did too. What about the other coins? It's so incredible when you notice these patterns. They can just change everything for you. Now, what's happening here? Very tight line. Solana had a lot of strength. You see this? Lot of strength. It basically broke. Look back to Bitcoin. See it under. See, it's under the resistance here. When Solana has already broken and it confirmed its break right there before Bitcoin took off. Now, why do I say that? Because you can draw another line here. That's a confirmed break, and then it takes off. It's incredible stuff. If you can look at charts like this with pattern recognition, you will become completely unstoppable. I have another little bonus for you. I think this is going to really help out. In the episode yesterday, I did so many videos yesterday, I wore myself out completely, but I mentioned that I was buying down here. What happened? You can see, for example, that the percentage increase in Bitcoin from that low is 5%. Now, what is happening here? Well, it's actually 4.6%. What is happening in Ethereum? It was 5.42%. We can just draw it up a little bit more. Okay, 5.71 to the highest peak. 5.6% for Cardano, 4.9% for BNB, XRP 4.22%. Here in Doge 4.17, DOT 10.25, and look at Sol, my goodness, Sol 22.98%. Picking really good coins in the top 100 is so powerful. If you know how to do it, you know how to buy at layers below, you're going to do so well. Tales from the Man Cave did this fantastic little animation. Good on you, Tales. It's all about catching the falling knife, catching the tail. Hey, you like that, Tales? When we come down, when we see price go down, this is what our community is all about. We use probabilistic fearlessness. We know what we're doing. We're pros. We basically say, if the trend of Bitcoin is going up, we can afford to buy the falling knife, buy on the reddest day that we can find, because those days tend to work out really well towards lowering your average buy price. When you consider way back in 2014, the inventors of Bitcoin knew where it was all going. They programmed the money, and that's what they've done. It literally is programmable money. We know where the market is headed. The key thing for you is just to gain enough skill to know how to ride these waves. It's a really, really volatile market. The volatility is substantially more than the stock market. The stock market, 10 and 20% declines are viewed as the end of the world. Here in crypto, 10 and 20% declines are every other week or every other day. That's why we buy the falling knives. There's a reason why we do things. Having traded for over 3 decades, I would not suggest anyone buy falling knives in the stock market unless you know exactly what you're doing. They can really stab you. In crypto, they make you. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video if you think it will help others. Thank you to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. Hopefully now you know a little bit more about scammers, their tricks, what they do. Disregard anyone. Don't call anyone, and don't go to Telegram or WhatsApp or anything like that. The groups are in the description of this video. They're safe groups, except for the scammers that go there, and then you need to be aware of that because they're always everywhere. But please stay safe. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there. Take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.